Hey, we flip over to another week of high school football here in the Valley. It's week 4. It's about time that region standings begin to take shape, and a big one we've got set for tomorrow night between a pair of crosstown rivals. We featured as our 48 Blitz game of the week, and yes, while it might be our game of the week, there's certainly no shortage of big-time games hitting the field in week 2. Our 48 Now reporter AJ Weiss joins us with all the big-time matchups you can look forward to, plus so much more as we kick off week 4 right here on the 48 Blitz Preview Show.
This is the 48 Blitz Preview Show, sponsored by Landers McClarty Chevrolet, Annette Hales Indoor Comfort Systems, and Circle K Inner Circle Rewards.
Welcome in, everyone, to the Week 4 edition of our 48 Blitz Preview Show. I'm your host, Cam Durr, and I want to start something new here, and for the remainder of the season, I'm going to do a question of the week because I want to hear from you. To kick us off, I'm also, because I'm a little bit hungry, I want to know which high school has the best concession stand and what are you getting? Personally, I'm a nachos kind of girly, and it's got to be fully loaded. Nachos at a football game. No hot dogs, that's for baseball. So go ahead right now down there in the comments, which school has the best concession stand in the Valley? What are you getting? Send me pictures, send me comments. I'm going to share your answers and your photos each and every week right here on the 48 Blitz Preview Show. Okay, so enough food talk. Let's talk some football. Every team, as the season gets deeper into region play, sets out to win the week, a stepping stone to a bigger goal, region champs, which then leads to the main goal, an eventual state title. And we head into the third week of region play. Let's have just a look at how close the race is as we near the midway point. We begin in Class 1A, Region 7. The Hackleburg Panthers sit on top of the region with a perfect start to the year. 2 other teams in Region 7 joined the Panthers with an undefeated region records. Vina and Addison are set to face off against Hackleburg this week in a battle for the top spot. And over in Region 8, Class 1A, Spring Garden and Valley Head are the teams to beat in the region, and after this week, only one will be the front runner. Move on to Class 2A, Region 7 takes us to the northeast corner of the state. The Pisgah Eagles remain undefeated on the year and sit at the top of the region standings, but Sand Rock, they're right on their heels with a perfect 2-0 region record as well. Meanwhile, same class, move over to Region 8. Decatur Heritage sits second in the region with a 1-0 record following a bye week in Week 3. We move on to Class 3A, Region 7, where there's still 4 teams that have yet to be defeated in region play. That's Colbert Heights, Mars Hill, Lauderdale County, and Rogers High School. But at least one of them will continue that unbeaten streak after this week. Well, Region 8, we've got some heavy hitters. How about the back-to-back reigning champs from Fife making their return to Class 3A this season? Nothing has changed, though. The Red Devils, they're still on top, but do sit tied with Sylvania as the only 2 undefeated teams still standing in the region. But don't count out Collinsville and Geraldine. They're going to shake things up as we get deeper into the season. Same goes for Class 4A Region 8. The Central Florence Wildcats are off to their best start in quite some time. They stand alongside the West Morgan Rebels as the top teams in the region. We head over to Region 7 in Class 5A. Fairview and Russellville go into this week with a target on their backs as the only teams that remain without a loss in region play. Things, they're about to go down and real fast in Region 8. 3 teams being Arab, Gunnersville, and Scottsboro. They all have no losses yet in region play. That's going to change with 2 of those teams going to head-to-head. Stick a pin in this one because we're going to get back to it later on in the show. When we head over to Class 6A, Region 7, Muscle Shoals, Athens, Hartselle. They remain perfect so far, but only the Trojans have 2 wins in region play under their belts as they sit as the number 1 spot heading into Week 4. Same class, Region 8, May Jemison. They lead the way with 2 wins as they head into Wildcats country this week to take on Fort Payne, who will look to strip the Jags for the top spot in the region. And finally, in our largest class in the state, Class 7A, Region 4, an all-out battle for first to come over the next few weeks. The James Clemens Jets, they've knocked off back-to-back region opponents and lead Region 4 with 2 wins. Austin and Florence, though, are still thriving, each with 1 win and no losses in the region as they come into the week with some fresh legs coming off a bye. Okay, that was a lot, but remember when I said that we'd come back to Class 5A Region 8? Well, 3 teams enter the week without losses in region play, and that's going to change for one of these teams. Our 48 Blitz Game of the Week takes us over the Tennessee River and through the woods to Gunnersville. We go. That's for you, Carl. As the Wildcats, they host the Arab Knights in a cross-county rivalry sure to be a Friday night thriller.
Game of the Week is sponsored by Kennedy & Sons Structural Solutions.
We begin with the road team, the Arab Knights. They're 3-1 overall as they head into this rivalry battle for Marshall County. The Knights have taken this one in back-to-back seasons, despite their opponents on the other sideline ultimately winning the region last year. Arab, though, was the only team to knock off the Wildcats in region play a season ago by 2 scores in that final. This season, the Knights offense, they've been charged by quarterback Drew Puccio, who last week led the offense to 347 yards and 5 touchdowns in a 41-28 victory. Arab offense, I mean, they're averaging 35 points per game. They could make it 3 in a row. Will they be able to pull it out on Friday night? Not if the Gunnersville Wildcats can help it. They will have home field advantage this go round, and prior to the last 2 meetings, Gunnersville owned this Marshall County matchup, having won 9 straight before that streak was snapped in 2022. The all-time series weighs heavily, though, in favor of the home team, with 29 more wins and 95 total meetings. The Wildcats this season has defined what it means to pound the ground. The dynamic running back duo of South Alabama commit Julian Jordan and Enelson Delva have rushed for over 400 yards, and I don't mean combined, no, 400 yards apiece. We're in week 4. We're heading into week 4. A county clash that everyone has circled on their calendars.
A lot of success there in our county. It's always a big rival game for both communities. They'll come out. I hope our fans come out. We know it's going to take our best effort to win. Both teams are undefeated in the region. It's really big to have one of those top 2 spots you can play at home, but for our guys, with it being a county game, it's already big enough just being Arab, so you don't have to worry about getting the guys ready to play.
So Arab and Gunnersville won't be the only teams heading into some key matchups this week. I mean, take your pick. There's a loaded schedule of thrilling games on the docket for week 4, and here to bring you the best matchups from across the valley is our 48 Now reporter, AJ Wiest. AJ, if we could have, say, half a dozen games of the week, this might be the week to do it.
That's right, Cam. It's digital host AJ Wiest, and here are 5 other games you're just not going to want to miss here and around the Tennessee Valley in week 4. First one, I just gotta say it, and as a huge Beyond the Lights Athens fan, the Golden Eagles coming off a bye week. They will now face the Jasper Vikings. Jasper coming off a very close loss to Coleman, a squad Athens defeated 24-14 just before their bye. This will certainly be a great game and could likely come down to the wire. Next one, Florence and Bob Jones at Madison City Stadium. This one will be another great one to watch. After a heartbreaking Madison Bowl finish 2 weeks ago, the Bob Jones Patriots came back with the win against Grissom last week. Let's see if they can continue on their winning ways against the Florence Falcons. The third game, Madison Academy versus Madison County. I just have a feeling this one will be a good one, and I think Madison Academy will pull away with the victory, but not without a fierce fight from the Tigers. New Hope at North Jackson in a little 4A action, both squads standing with just 1 loss. This one quite impossible to predict who will come away victorious. And finally, the last game on my list, and one many might not expect, the Hackleburg Panthers taking on the Addison Bulldogs in 1A ball. Both teams currently undefeated, and this matchup is typically a pretty close one. Last year, Hackleburg took the victory over Addison 32-28. But does Addison have what it takes to get its sweet revenge? I guess time will tell. Those are my 5 other games you're just not going to want to miss in week 4. Back to you, Cam.
Well, after a heartbreaking week 2 loss to crosstown rivals James Clemens, the Bob Jones Patriots didn't get off to the region start that they had hoped for. But last week, they evened up their region record with an electric offensive performance led by their senior quarterback, Johnston Jackson's golden arm. And for that, he lands as our Week 3 Player of the Week.
This is the 48 Blitz Player of the Week, sponsored by the End Zone, Spectacular Grub Sports and Brews.
4 touchdowns, just shy of 300 yards, and a completion percentage at 68% on the way back to the win column for the Patriots in a 50-23 victory over Grissom last week. Congrats to Johnny Jackson and the Bob Jones Patriots.
And I don't got to do too much, run around, just get the ball to my playmakers and let them do what they do. Really bounce back from the week before, win a big region game for us to get them back on the winning side of the region. It's really just a week in and week out thing, so just another game for me, really.
Well, that is about all the time we have here on the 48 Blitz preview show. But don't forget, attach your pictures, your videos, shout out the best concession stand in all of the Valley, plus your favorite football snack meal. I think it's about time that I go get myself something to eat because all this food talk's got me starving. But stick around, because right after this, another episode of Beyond the Lights. Athens drops on all of your digital platforms. Thank you so much for joining me here on the 48 Blitz preview show. I'm Cam Durr, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you for watching the 48 Blitz Preview Show, sponsored by Landers McClarty Chevrolet, Annette Hales Indoor Comfort Systems, and Circle K Inner Circle Rewards.
Hey.
I saw a few of you grow up. Proud of guys that laid their guts on the line. This team's going to get better as it goes. This team's going to get better as it goes, but we got to work. We got to work. Love you dudes, man. TBW on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Beyond the Lights, Athens, presented by Roof Tech Solutions. A seed can only grow if it's planted. The Athens community has provided the soil for the Athens Golden Eagles football team to do just that. With any seed, it takes nourishment, time, and effort to potentially see the benefits of growth.
I'm proud of where we're at as a football team. I think our growth from week 1 through week 3 was really good. I don't think we've come close to playing the best ball we can play, and that's a good thing. But I've been very pleased. We played 2 or 3 kids that I honestly didn't expect to play this year, and they've been forced into playing, but maybe even because of injury, and they've done a really good job for us, and what that's doing is creating some depth. But I'm proud of how hard we're playing, and we have to play that hard in order for us to have a chance. But I enjoy watching these guys play. They're fun to coach. They play hard, they play for each other. I think they enjoy each other's success. So a lot of the intangibles are there, and that fires me up.
3 games, 3 wins for the Golden Eagles. A mix of veteran leadership and youthful spirit and skill have combined to keep all goals ahead of the program during their off week on the schedule.
We don't have a big senior class. It's the smallest senior class we've had since my first year here. But a lot of guys played a lot of ball, a lot of really good kids that are good leaders that care.
We've just been trying to be like an extra coach to them and coach them up where we can and be leaders to them on and off the field.
Every week we keep improving, keep getting better and looking better. And with young guys, they keep coming along. Our linebackers are really good. They're all new besides Jack. Jerome switched positions, so he's not new to the team, but he's new to the linebacker position. He's done really good. I mean, Jackson Unger hasn't played in a year. He's doing really good. New D-line, basically, they go. Endymion moved from Tanner. Last game was big for him, did good. Cam Carden, sophomore, we're trying to find ways to give him the ball, and we have spots for people to take. If they want to take them, they can have them. They just got to work for it.
I think in terms of playing our games, we've been really good. I think because we're coming off so many wins back to back to back, it's hard to stay consistent with that mindset. I still have things I can improve on, so we're still trying to keep that mindset and keep getting better.
From Midnight Madness practice to the early wake-up calls to provide a competitive spirit on humid summer mornings.
It's day 1 and we get to go to work.
The 2024 edition of the Athens Golden Eagles are a work in progress. The process began with uncertainty in game number 1 against May Jemison.
The growth from game 1 on has been really, really good. You could see it. That first game, it's 0-0 at the half. Struggling in some areas. We got some guys turn the ball over. But just to see them mature as it goes, but it's because they're good kids. Tough people win. It's easy to put that crap on a wall. It's easy to put TPW in the back of your shirt. It's easy to break it down on TPW. But tough people do win, and you have to keep fighting.
Game 2 against Buckhorn watched young players continue to evolve into reliable playmakers in front of coaches and Golden Eagles fans at home.
Proud of you, buddy. Very proud of you. Love you, man. Keep getting better.
Playmakers continued to make a name in Game 3 against Coleman. One Golden Eagles player showcased his skills to go along with his nickname, Indy.
It's always good to win in Coleman, Alabama. Amen.
3 games, 3 victories, 1 off week. The seeds that were planted early for Athens will aim to continue to grow as big-time opponents loom on the horizon. Preparation, attention to detail will be needed in order for those Golden Eagle seeds to flourish in late October.
You know, you kind of get thrown in the fire in 6A. You got to be ready to go. But I just want to see them get better. I want to see us continue to get better because we need to be playing our best ball when the grass turns brown.
Next week on Beyond the Lights Athens, the Golden Eagles face their stiffest test to date as the team returns to action at home. Can a week off help Athens in an all-important region game?
I saw a few of you grow up.